here to catch up all the latest legislative news out of Richmond, Virginia. Dave Adams, Legislative Affairs Director with the Virginia Shooting Sports Association. Dave, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, Cam. How are you?
I am good. I'm good. So, are we halfway through the Virginia legislative session yet?
It ends on Friday.
The whole session?
Yes. In fact, they have agreed to a budget. The quickest that I've ever seen them agree to a budget conference committee. That was the news all over today. Was that the House and Senate conferees have agreed to a budget that even the governor seems to be agreeable with most parts. Now he'll get his chance to go and look at it bit by bit and make amendments and things like that. But pretty much everybody's on the same page on the budget, so they're going to get out of town on the 28th like they're supposed to, which is actually Saturday, I think, not Friday.
That's pretty surprising because we've actually had some special sessions and things of that nature over the last couple of years. Well, all right. So is that good news or bad news for gun owners?
Well, we've got 6 bills that have gone to the governor's desk, so that's good news. And so the gun owners in Virginia need to contact the governor and ask him to sign the 6 bills that are currently on his desk. There are some bills that unfortunately are dead or in conference committee that are on life support. So depending on which ones you want to talk about first.
Well, let's talk about the ones that actually made it.
Okay. Well, you've got Senate Bill 1137, which is Senator Tom Garrett's bill that would prohibit local ordinances that ban concealed carry permit holders from transporting a loaded rifle or shotgun in their vehicle. This eliminates that patchwork of inconsistent laws that may exist from one locality to the next. That's a good bill, and we would urge folks to contact the governor. You've got Senator Tommy Norman's Senate Bill 1191, which would amend the felony charge for having a firearm on school property to require that the person must have knowingly possessed a firearm. In other words, we've heard those stories where the high school student drives his dad's pickup truck to school, didn't realize his father had left maybe the shotgun behind the seat, and then they get in trouble. So this means that now anyone caught in that situation, they have to know that the firearm was there before they can be charged with a felony. That's an excellent bill. Came out of the House and the Senate with strong support, so we urge the governor to sign that too. Then you've got one that VSSA is pretty fond of. It's Senator Stanley's Senate Bill 848. That creates the governor's 20 marksmanship award that the top 20 competitors in the rifle and pistol competitions that are sanctioned by the Virginia Shooting Sports Association would be recognized. So we have mentioned any legislation that mentions us by name, we're especially going to be happy about. Absolutely.
So what about, Dave, some of the bills that unfortunately didn't make it to Governor McAuliffe's desk?
Well, one that is really a shame, and we have found that Virginia State Police has become a sticking point in the craw of gun owners. House Bill 2029, Delegate Wilt's bill that would have allowed a concealed carry permit holder to skip a background check when purchasing a firearm has been killed by the Appropriations Committee. The state police claimed that there was a fiscal impact due to a periodic audit by the ATF. In federal law, there is a provision that says if you've had a background check run by the NICS within 5 years and you're concealed carry or you have a permit, then you don't have to undergo a background check every time you purchase a firearm. This bill would have added the provision that a NICS check had to be done at the time that the state police check is done on a concealed carry permit holder, because we renew our permits every 5 years. You meet the qualification, but the state police says no. They'd have to deal with audits from the BATF, and they claimed to be a $1.2 million hit to the state police, and so it was killed by Senate Finance. I don't think it's anywhere near that amount of money that they would have to have incurred if they had to undergo an audit, but that's what the Finance Committee did, and that bill is dead.
Do you think, Dave, that bill is likely to come back in some form here? I mean, one of the things, I guess, that could be done over the next between now and the start of the next legislative session is to try to get that more accurate number. As you say, you don't think it's going to be $1.2 million. Well, would there be an opportunity for a lawmaker to do some additional research and get a different number out there?
Oh, absolutely. I think several bills that died this year will be back in another form next year. The other one is lifetime concealed carry permits. I think maybe the mistake that was done this year with that bill was not setting a fee for having a lifetime carry permit. It was left that they're going to leave all the fees the same. I think you could probably make the case that there was going to be some financial impact to the state police to periodically run background checks to make sure that someone who had a lifetime permit was no longer, was not now a prohibited person. So I think that if you put can tie a fee that's reasonable to a lifetime permit, then we have a better argument when they come at us and say, hey, this is going to cost us too much money. Another bill, and this is one I would have never thought, House Bill 1329. This was Delegate Ware's bill that would have honored concealed carry permits from other states. The state police said that if that bill passed, they would take a fiscal hit because now states, people that lived in states outside of Virginia that we didn't honor permits for would no longer apply for a Virginia permit so they can carry in Virginia.
Oh, jeez. All right, listen, Dave, unfortunately we are out of time this segment, but thank you for coming on the program, and maybe next week after the legislative session has completed its session for this year, we can have you back on and talk about some of the bills that Governor McAuliffe hopefully will be signing. How long does the governor have?
He has, the reconvened session is April the 15th, I believe, and he has to take action, I think, by a week before the reconvened session. So he's got about a month to go through the bills and make a decision. But there's good news for gun owners in Virginia, so it's not all bad news. And we're going to be pushing for those bills that really do something for gun owners in Virginia to be signed by the governor. All
right. Dave Adams, Legislative Affairs Director with the Virginia Shooting Sports Association. Thank you for your time, sir.
Thanks a lot, Cam.